Good afternoon, everyone. It's Shamila Ramjawan coming to you from the Red Corner Chat. This afternoon, we have a future doctor, Serisha Maharaj, who is a runner-up for the Miss Worldwide, also a Miss India SA 2018 winner, and a fifth-year medical student. Hi, Serisha.
Hi, Shamila. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. Looking fabulous as always.
Thank you so much. So are you.
Thank you. Serisha, we just want to get right into it. Tell us a bit about who is Serisha, your career, schooling, did you partake in sports, anything that you want to add so that our audience can hear and get to know you better.
Awesome. So in terms of schooling, I went to Benjamin Pine Primary School and I was there since grade R, so since the age of 4, right up until grade 7. And it was honestly the most incredible experience. I did everything that my heart desired during those 8 years that I was there. My parents always instilled in us to broaden your horizon and be a part of not only academics, but sport as well. And sport was such a big part of my life back then. And I partook in swimming and water polo, hockey, high jump. I even achieved my Natal colors in high jump, hockey, as well as swimming. And my academics also flourished during those years. I achieved DUCs in grade 7, and it really set me up for everything that was to come. I always believed in hard work, and I always wanted to do the best that I could in whatever I was doing. And it's still the way I am now. It's why I can be quite competitive. But I think it's not a bad trait to have. And then in high school, I attended Thomas More College, and I continued with my sports, continued pushing hard in academics. And at this stage, I knew that I wanted to do medicine. I've wanted to do medicine since the age of 9 years old. And because of that, I knew that hard work, in terms of academics especially, needed to come through. So that's what I did throughout my high school career, and I pushed. And I was very grateful to matriculate with 7 distinctions, which allowed me access to Wits University. And yeah, it was incredible years and something I miss dearly, but it's memories now, and I'm so grateful for them.
That's wonderful, Serisha. Well done on your schooling and accolades. Such a role model. I think a lot of people love to be in your shoes. But just going back to your school, what sort of person were you in school? Were you an introvert and an extrovert? Because to me, you come across as that very soft, kind, introvert person.
I think I'm a little bit of both. I can be an introvert when I want to, but I love like being with people and socializing. I used to love going out with my friends and relaxing together during break times, and as much as I loved my alone time and being by myself and maybe just reading and studying, and I was a little bit of both. But yes, like you said, I can come across like that, but once you get to know me and once I become comfortable, I come out of my shell a little bit. And I think different aspects of my life, such as pageantry, as well as sport and dancing, have allowed me to come out of my shell a lot more.
That is awesome. Serisha, medicine, why?
So I've wanted to do medicine since the age of 9 years old, like I mentioned. And at that age, all you think about is, well, all I thought about was, how can I help people in the best way possible? How can I take away the suffering that is in this world? And I know it's quite a bizarre thing to imagine a 9-year-old thinking about the world in such a complex way, but I just wanted to remove pain, and I wanted to make the world better. And I looked at doctors and I thought, doctors do that. They remove pain and they make things better, and they try to make people better and remove illnesses, and that's what I want to do. And it's all I've ever wanted to do. I've just wanted to help people, and I'm so grateful to be given this opportunity to study medicine in such a prestigious university, be given the opportunities that I've been given from both my parents as well as my peers and the university, and now I get to do what I love.
Coming from Durban to Johannesburg, to the big city, how was the transition, and how did you actually feel? Because I know you come from a very close-knit family, so just take us to the challenges.
When I matriculated, I was 17 years old, and I knew from the onset that studying at home wasn't an option. So I already had it in my mind that I was going to be moving away. But I don't think it hit me until the day I got to Johannesburg and I realized that I'm literally moving away from home now. And not only are you moving away, you're moving to Johannesburg. Like you said, it's a big city, everything's different, and it's new, and there's people that you don't know, and you just have to find your feet and learn to be an adult. And that's what I did. And you basically get thrown into the deep end and you try to swim, and hopefully things work out. And in my case, they did.
Well done. I'm so proud of you. So 5 years in Johannesburg?
Yes.
How many years more?
So I graduate at the end of next year.
That is awesome. So you almost at the end. There's always light at the end of the tunnel. What are you going to specialize in?
At this stage, I'm not sure what I'm going to specialize in. I don't think anyone at this level is 100% sure what they want to specialize in, but I am looking towards pediatrics. I love working with children. I think they're so innocent and they have so much to offer the world, and who better to save and help than those that are so innocent.
So tell me about pageantry. A beauty queen, I'm sure it's beauty with a purpose because I've seen you do lots of charity work as well. What made you enter Miss India SA?
When I decided to enter Miss India South Africa about 2.5 years ago to 3 years ago, it was something I'd been thinking about for a while, ever since my mom entered Mrs. India South Africa in 2014. And I watched how she was able to help her community with the platform that she had. And I've always wanted to help people. And with a platform, it gives you that boost and that ability to help people in ways that you sometimes are unable to do by yourself. So I looked into different pageants. I had heard about the Miss India South Africa, and one day I just decided to register, and that's exactly what I did. I registered and I took it from there, just one step at a time, and I really didn't expect to win or even make it all the way to Miss India Worldwide. And I did, and I was just so grateful for everything, all of it.
I can see beauty runs in the family. I can see where you got it from, your mama.
Yes.
Serisha, just on the Miss India brand, just enlighten me on that. There's so many pageants around, you could have entered anything, but why particularly Miss India?
Miss India South Africa focuses on women empowerment, and for me that stood out. Mr. Khan, the late Mr. Farouk Khan, this was his brainchild, and he had been working on this pageant for many years, and his main focus was to build individuals to be the best versions of themselves. And that is exactly what he did with every single woman he encountered. And it's what he did with me. And with the help of Serisha Maharaj, as well as Auntie Preetha, they helped mold me. And the Miss India South Africa brand continues to do that even today. And for me, that stood out. And that's what I wanted to be a part of. I wanted to be a part of something so wonderful like that.
So I can actually relate to that firsthand because I saw you on stage when you were crowned Miss India SA because I was one of the judges.
Yes.
And you just stood up on the rest. So it was so well deserved. Congratulations on that. Serisha,
Thank you so much.
it's a pleasure. So, the late Mr. Farooq Khan, I know he's impacted so many lives and so many young girls out there in terms of pageantry and the Miss India pageant. How did you feel with that loss?
I know personally the loss affected me quite a lot. I mean, not only was he such a influential individual in society, he changed my views on the world and he helped mold me into the individual that I am today. And for the few years that I did know him, every encounter I had with him was just so unique. And each time you would have a conversation with him, it was just him empowering women and empowering you at the same time, because everything he said was just so inspiring. And each encounter inspired me to do different things and allowed me to pursue different aspects of my life. And he really just was such an amazing man, and it's a great loss to everyone. I know that.
It was the saddest thing ever because we all spent time together in India just before his death, you know, for the Miss
Yes.
India Worldwide pageant. I just want you to take me through that journey. You know, that is such a prestigious event and accolade to have as being the runner-up. Take me through that journey.
So as much as we were in India for a week, the journey began way before that. As soon as I was crowned Miss India South Africa, that is when the preparations for Miss India Worldwide began. And I now needed to step up my game because I knew that India was going to be a whole different ball game. It was going to have new challenges with incredible women from all over the world. And it was. And the preparations I did from Durban involved working closely with Auntie Preetha and Kamisha, as well as Mr. Khan, and them molding me to ensure that I was ready for this challenge, as well as preparing for my talent piece, which is a really important part of the Miss India pageants. And I worked very closely with Sachin Kandai, and he helped me with my talent piece. And we did a wonderful tribute to the late Sri Devi, which everyone really enjoyed. And when we did eventually get to India, it was just intense from the get-go. It was rehearsals from 9 a.m. until late hours of the evening, and early mornings, late nights, and just in between that, trying to prepare for your talent, for your questions, for your speeches. Everything was just very fast. But it was also so incredible because I got to meet all these amazing women from all over the world, and each of them were diverse in their own ways, and they brought something different from each of their countries, but we were also all very similar in the sense that we have our Indian heritage that connected us, despite the fact that we may speak different languages or we may have different accents. But we were all there with a purpose, and we were all there to learn and grow as individuals and ultimately become the best versions of ourselves.
Wonderful. I remember the times where you left in the morning at 6 o'clock and you only got back at 9 o'clock, and you still had to attend rehearsals until early hours of the morning again, and not eating properly during that time. Yeah, so
I would also just like to add, I'm so grateful that you and Daksha were able to attend the Miss India Worldwide pageant. It was just such a surprise seeing you when you showed up, and we were just so grateful that you were there in the crowd cheering us on. And I know everyone from back home was doing the exact same thing. So it was just so wonderful to have all the support.
Thank you. We really looked forward to it, and we really wanted to support you. And, you know, when you had that talent segment, I thought, oh, no, she's definitely winning this. But, you know, judging, it depends what the judges are looking for. But well done. I mean, being a runner-up, how many contestants? There were about 40? That is quite an achievement. Yes. Serisha, just as a fifth-year medical student, you know, COVID-19 is on the tip of our tongues. It's like a second language now at home or anywhere. Tell us a bit about you and COVID being in the front line.
Yes, so I we, as the WITS medical students, we rotate within the WITS circuit at the hospitals in Johannesburg. And a lot of the hospitals are high-risk hospitals. So we do come into contact with a lot of COVID patients. And it does obviously add to the anxiety of daily life, because not only are you stressed about school and stressed about studying, you're also concerned about contracting the virus, and you have to take every precaution plus more. And we have been doing exactly that, but not only has it been intense, it's also been, in a sense, a privilege to see how our economy and our country has handled this specific pandemic, because very few doctors get to say they've actually lived through a pandemic and got to work in the hospitals and seen how our hospitals deal with it. And I have gotten to do that, and it's honestly been so enlightening to see how our doctors, our nurses, physiotherapists, occupational therapists, how they all deal with patients. And it's just, you just see the kindness and the care that they take with the patients, and it's just so inspiring.
Are you afraid to contract the virus?
I have been told repeatedly to never be afraid of the virus. So I'm trying very hard not to be, but I think it's only natural to be afraid. So
is that something that you are taught at medical school, or it's just mentioned, or you just got to get a thick skin?
It's actually something that my parents tried to instill in us. They don't want us to be afraid. They want us to take the precautions that need to be taken, but they don't want us to be afraid. And once again, once you become afraid, your immune system starts to drop, and then you just become more vulnerable to the virus. So you don't want that either.
As a doctor, what are you doing to build up your immune system?
I'm taking the advice from my colleagues, my seniors. They all advise your calcium, your zinc, vitamin D. I mean, those are basic vitamins that you can get from natural resources such as your citrus, just standing outside for 20 minutes. I think it's really important to just make sure that your immune system is strong by exercising, by keeping healthy, taking your precautions when you go out. I'm just trying my hardest.
Talking about keeping healthy, what sort of foods do you love to eat?
So I am actually vegan. So my meals obviously center around fruit, vegetables, and other vegan foods.
What's your favorite?
My favorite would be anything that my mom cooks.
So your mom's a good cook, but what's the favorite that she makes for you?
I would have to say her vegetarian lasagna is my favorite. There's just something special about it that I think maybe it's because she makes it with love.
Absolutely.
That's what makes it taste so good.
Yeah, we also have that saying at home, if something doesn't taste too good, it wasn't made with love.
It's probably the case.
Just on accolades, I know recently you were nominated it was in the youth category for Women of Stature?
Yes.
Take me through that.
So I was nominated, I think last year, for the youth category for Women of Stature. And that basically focuses on youth in our country who have helped the community in some aspect. So these women that I stood alongside on that stage were just so incredible. And each one of them were helping the community in their own way and just trying to make the world a better place. And it's so interesting to see because they're all young women and they still have so much more to offer. And I'm looking forward to seeing what more they can bring. And it's just an honor to be standing up there with them. And I was just so grateful to be nominated. And yeah.
Congratulations. Well done on that. And I'm sure there are going to be lots of other accolades coming your way. So where to next for Serisha Maharaj?
Next, I think at the top right now is to graduate. It's been a very long journey. Medicine is a very, very long journey. And I have just over a year left. And after that, internship. So internship is something to look forward to. It's something I'm very excited about because I get to be in the hospital every day. I get to treat patients and as well as learn more. And there's nothing more exciting than learning each day. So I'm very excited for that. That's what's next.
Awesome. I wish you all of the best. Serisha, just in closing, we celebrated International Youth Day just a few days ago. What is your message out there to girls and women in South Africa during this Women's Month?
I think my message to the girls and women in South Africa is to just be the best version of yourself. Just stand tall, be strong, and don't ever let your voice be suppressed by anyone around you. Be strong and be heard. That is the most powerful thing, and each one of you are so powerful in your own way. You just need to show the world exactly what you're made of.
A key message coming from such an inspirational youth. Thank you, Serisha. Thank you for coming on the chat and sharing all your dreams and aspirations. And I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much. And thank you so much for this incredible platform and what you're doing for women during this Women's Month. You're just empowering women more and more each day. And it's just so inspiring. Thank you.
It's only a pleasure. Thank you and be safe.
Thank you too.